Greetings and welcome to another episode of Sonic Odyssey, the music video channel dedicated to bringing you the last 5 decades or so of music in review and discussion format. Before we go any further, let's get the housekeeping out of the way. Please be sure to like the video. If you do, hit that thumbs up button and share the video. You can click the share button and share through Facebook or Twitter or other social media accounts. And also please subscribe to the video channel by hitting the subscribe button below the video, and that way you can stay up to date with all the videos that I produce. And if you would be so kind, I would ask you to please consider clicking the link for the Patreon page that I have, which is in the show description below. And you can go to the Patreon page, take a look around, and see if you'd like to become a patron. Thank you very much for your patronage. With the housekeeping out of the way, let's get to today's discussion. We're going to be looking at a band from Sweden that goes by the name of Vokonis. They're a trio, and they've been around since 2015. Today we're going to be looking at their most recent album, which is entitled Odyssey, and was released on May 7th, 2021. They've had 4 albums put out in the last 5 years, and this is a pretty prolific rate at which to release music, considering a lot of acts in this day and age maybe put out 1 album in 2 or 3 years. Vokonis began more as a stoner doom metal band with more on the stoner heavy side of the musical scale. But over the course of their 4 albums, their maturity as a band and their progression has integrated different stylings, and now they're a little bit more of a progressive stoner doom metal band. Slight change in sonic soundscape, but still providing good stoner doom music, just with a little bit more of a progressive tint to it. Also coming into the mix this time on their album Odyssey is a bit heavier and harsher sound, a little bit more raw and kind of tougher sound, as is evidenced in the album's opening track entitled Rebellion, which is a 3-minute, 17-second song that brings to mind a bit of Mastodon in its sound. It has that kind of feel to it. And we're going to give a little bit of a listen to Rebellion right now. Vokonis is a 3-piece band formed of Jonte Johansson on clean and harsh vocals and bass, and Simon Olsen on shouty style vocals and guitar, and newly joined to the band with this most recent release is their new drummer and percussionist Peter Ottosson. As heard in the sample that I played, you can actually hear all 3 styles of their vocals, the clean, shouty, and harsh vocals, as well as some harmonized vocals a little bit. And this is a new thing. They didn't used to have clean vocals in their sound, but now Jonte or Jante has added those, if you forgive me for my poor pronunciation of Swedish, has added those styles of vocals to the mix. So now they have the 3 vocal styles in the mix. And joining the band on 4 out of the 6 tracks on this album is renowned keyboardist Per Weerberg. Per has been a long-time keyboardist for Spiritual Beggars, as well as a member of the band Opeth for a few albums and a number of years. Opeth is considered the kings of melodic death metal, and Spiritual Beggars are one of the most renowned stoner bands out there. Odyssey's first 4 tracks make up the A-side of the vinyl or LP version of the album, and 3 of the 4 tracks clock in under 4 minutes. We already talked about Rebellion. The title track is Odyssey, of course, and it comes in at about 9 minutes. On this side of the album, the songs are a bit heavier, a bit more edgier. Odyssey does have a bit of progressive flow in it and a lot of change-ups in it, but it does tend to stay a little bit more on the heavier side. The 3rd track on the album, Blackened Wings, is a pretty aggressive track, while the 4th track, Azure, is just a tad more sedate, a more modest, mid-tempo, heavy track. Side B is just 2 tracks, the almost 8-minute Hollow Waters and the just under 13 minutes Through the Depths. Putting these 2 tracks on side B was purposeful and a well-made choice, as both of these songs really play nicely into each other. It's almost as if you could consider them one piece. They flow so beautifully. Both songs display the more progressive side of the band and have more diverse tempos and change-ups. And we're going to give a little bit of a listen to the last track of the album, which is the just under 13-minute track entitled Through the Depths. This shows a bit more of their progressive side while still giving great instrumentals, and a special note should be made for Peter Ottoson's drum work on the album. I mean, not just on the song Through the Depths, but through the entire album. He has his own unique style, and it gives he's given plenty of room to breathe on Odyssey. It's a really spectacular performance for him on his debut recording with Vokonis. The 3 members perform quite admirably on Odyssey. The music is well defined and interspersed with virtuosic moments, and some downright outstanding lead guitar work. There's some amazing lead guitar work on Odyssey, on Blackened Wings, and definitely on Through the Depths. Vokonis is a band that is going from strength to strength. They're just continuing to grow in their maturity and their sound, and there's high expectation for this band coming into their next recording. Odyssey gets 4.5 out of 5 stars. The production and mixing on the album is great. It's vibrant and crisp. The musicianship comes through clearly and well defined. The keyboard mixing is never overwhelming or overpowering in the sound. It's always perfectly leveled in the mix, and adds to rather than takes over the sound of the trio themselves. And this helps to flesh out the beautiful sonic soundscapes that Vokonis is painting in this outing. So I hope that you will consider giving Vokonis Odyssey a look. Again, it came out May of 2021, and I highly recommend also looking at their back catalog. You can find their music on Bandcamp, iTunes, Spotify, any major music outlet. I'm sure you'll be able to locate them. So please do look for Vokonis and consider giving Odyssey a buy. Thank you very much for your time, and once more, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if you would be so kind as to visit my Patreon page, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for your time, and until next time, peace, have a great day, bye-bye.